This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. I don't know how many times I've said it. I don't know how many times I'm going to continue to say it, that Marjorie Taylor Greene is just chaos. She is the human embodiment of chaos and disarray and disrespect and disregard for normal order, which is chaos. Yesterday in a committee hearing, she had the temerity, the audacity, the gall to call the Secretary of Homeland Security a liar, she screamed at him. And then she accused him of killing people with your policy, but she accused him of murder while calling him a liar, and then was, because of the rules of the committee, the chairman was forced to remove her words and then remove her time, her allocated time to speak during this hearing. It was a drama that played out that is an expected thing that we should all have predicted to happen. I said it early on. No genius. I'm no clairvoyant. It was obvious that this was going to be the case, but you give this woman a platform, you give her space, you give her time with a camera and a microphone, and she's going to try to create clickable, viral moments for herself to try to validate herself or legitimize herself as an actual effective lawmaker and policymaker in this country. And also for Fox News, for Newsmax, and for the media empire she's trying to create through her podcast and everything else. It was remarkable. Here is the brief moment, and then I will play what kind of played out with a few other clips. Watch this.
China is poisoning America's children, poisoning our teenagers, poisoning our young people. How long are you going to let this go on?
Congresswoman, let me assure you that we're not letting it go on. We are fighting this.
No, I reclaim my time. You're a liar. You are letting this go on, and the numbers prove it. You can't lie about the facts, Secretary Mayorkas. While you live in denial and sit over there with this attitude that you're doing everything right, you are killing Americans with your policies. And that is a fact. Your policies are killing people, over 300 Americans a day, over 300, and it's outrageous.
Listen, there are few certainties in this world, but there is certainly one certainty. And that is that if Marjorie Taylor Greene claims something is a fact, you can almost guarantee that it is not. She is a serial liar who is right now in a bid to get herself picked as Donald Trump's running mate in 2024. She's desperate to be his VP pick. That is what's playing out here. It is to enrich herself, to raise her profile, even if that means becoming the worst person in the country. Now, there's one other thing that happened during this hearing that also shows just a radical lack of decorum or understanding of the rules of the committee or the House, her job, just disrespect for her colleagues, and it played out with Eric Swalwell. Watch this brief clip.
Was kept up for months after Kanye West said that he was going to declare DEFCON 3 on the Jews. Mr. Secretary, do you believe that all of us have a responsibility to elevate our rhetoric and to denounce anti-Semitism and anti-police rhetoric in this country so that Jewish Americans and police officers can be safer?
Congressman, I do.
Thank you, and I yield back.
The gentleman yields, and now I recognize the gentlelady from Georgia, Ms. Greene.
That was quite entertaining from someone that had a sexual relationship with a Chinese spy, and everyone knows it. But
I move to take her words down. Completely inappropriate.
Yeah, stand by just a second while we research the rule. Give me just a second.
Look how smug and disgusting this vile garbage person is. This is a debunked conspiracy theory that the FBI has already claimed or stated is absolutely false, that the claims of the Republican Party and these extremists are lies. They are distractions because they don't deal in fact. They don't deal in actual doing their jobs and policy to make your life better. They deal in a reality for them that is creating clickable moments. It deals with online Twitter clout. Now, here is the drama that played out with Daniel Goldman. You might remember him from the impeachment trial. He's now a member of Congress, and he's a guy who knows the rules of the committee. He understands with granular detail what is going on here, and he called for her words to be removed. And then here's the deliberation.
So in making a ruling on this, it's pretty clear that the rules state you can't impugn someone's character. Identifying or calling someone a liar is unacceptable in this committee. And I make the ruling that we strike those words.
Sorry, just a point of order, it's a legitimate question.
You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Did you move to take the words down or to strike them, Mr. Thompson?
Yeah, sorry, I just stepped in. Point of order.
Take them down.
So,
That's what we did.
Yeah.
my understanding is if words are taken down, that means that the member can no longer speak in whatever the proceeding is that those words were said.
Personal inquiry, point of personal inquiry.
There's no such thing.
Stand by just a second. House, when we strike, it does terminate the time of the individual who is speaking. So the gentlelady is no longer recognized. The chair now recognizes Mr. Ivey, I believe.
Can I make a point of inquiry, Mr. Chairman?
You can.
So the ruling was that because she used the word liar, that was taken down, which I agree with.
Yes.
But accusing
a statement of fact is very similar to the posters that Mr.
There's no statement of fact.
There's no statement of fact.
Bullshit.
There's no
statement of
factual
fact.
basis for the statement.
We're not here to debate this, okay? And the ruling was made by the chair that these previous words were not against the rules of Clause 1 and Clause 4 of Rule 17. But to tell someone that they are a liar it's pretty clear in the rules.
Now, a lot of that comes from like Robert's Rules of Order, and it's very arcane, and there are thick, wordy books that deal with the proper functioning of a committee and how the rules should be. But some of this is just basic decency, that you don't invite someone. The Secretary of Homeland Security is there by invitation. He's not subpoenaed. Most witnesses before a committee aren't subpoenaed to be there. They're not compelled by law to be there. It's an invitation because of the House's oversight function. And then they're immediately just dragged through the mud and lied about and accused of being a liar and a murderer. She should be removed from her committees, but the Republican Party, Kevin McCarthy specifically, is too afraid. He quivers in fear like a coward at the specter of Marjorie Taylor Greene. I would love to know what you think. You can call. Well, first, you can leave a comment. That helps to tweak the algorithm to juice the channel up to where it may be presented to a new person. We might grow this operation, and we would appreciate that. Just leave a comment about what exactly you feel about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's keep it decent and postable. If you'd like to not keep it decent and postable, you can call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, as always, the old-fashioned way with a regular old email, daily@dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to support the channel, I would ask you to consider it. If you are in a financial position to do so, you can buy some merch. We got the Law and Order merch. You can get a jumpsuit orange mug with Donald Trump's mug on it, or a t-shirt. You can buy a gift for one of your MAGA friends or for yourself. That would be very helpful. You can also click the join button below, become a channel member for $1.99 a month, or even better, you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast and become a patron there. That helps support here on YouTube. It also helps support the podcast. All of it goes a long way. We appreciate it. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore all the way across the board. I'd love to see you there. And I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.